Jacques, you got very much back in the game. You led the game. What were you most disappointed about from that point on? You weren't able to apply that pressure and kick on.
Everything. No, we were truly beaten. No, every department, I think, we got hands down beaten in everything. The defense, the kicking game, attack. So yeah, we just made too much errors.
Anything next from the room?
What do you think that is? You talked a little bit about the response. We were hungrier again tonight.
Yeah, no, listen, that's something we will have to figure out in the next week. We will have to figure it out quickly. No, I can't put my finger on it.
Anything further from the room?
Jacques, if I could just ask you, who the All Blacks do you think take the step from the Wallabies to play the All Blacks? How do you challenge that now that going against the All Blacks with a few fractures in the game?
No, a big one. It's going to be a massive challenge. Which is, yeah, there's not positives, but the nice thing is it's nice to play against our Sanzar partners again. You know, and you get tested differently. Yeah, for us, it's a big eye opener in terms of that. And that's how big the challenge will be against New Zealand. It's going to be a massive challenge.
Anything further from the room? No? Nathan, I see that on the Zoom.
Hi, yes, I've got 2 questions. Sorry, just give me a moment. Sorry, is it working properly? Okay, thank you.
This one.
Just mute that one.
Is it fine now?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Jacques, I've got 2 questions. Jacques, apologies for asking, but I think it's fitting since you're done with Australia now. What was the strategy for Australia? I mean, weaknesses and strengths. Did you identify from them what was there? Did you have any intervention to counterattack their threats and exploit their weaknesses?
It didn't look like it, but we did. And obviously, we as coaches, we will have to have a look at it. Obviously, we didn't get it right. So, no, they, like I said in the start, before we played them, I think they're a well-balanced side in terms of, especially when they started, they've got a bigger focus, I would say, on exiting and not overplaying. I think against New Zealand, they maybe did overplay. I think they had 3 or 4 intercept tries where I thought they played a lot more territory. Yeah, no, they were brilliant. They were brilliant tonight. This is probably I would say probably our worst performance since Argentina 2018.
Okay, and then the last question. Last week you spoke about discipline and errors costed the team. Today you backed the processes and continued with the selection. The side concedes 2 yellows and unfortunately lost the game. Are all these factors considered going forward in terms of selection? You did reiterate that discipline was one of the main points when picking the side.
Yeah, definitely. It will have to. So we will.
Apologies, colleagues. We can't hear anything here in South Africa, though. So via the Zoom or the Teams meeting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell them he's on the stanza.
It's going to come to them shortly.
Yeah, he's on the link.
Yeah. Your question was in terms of selection, eh? Sorry.
In selection, obviously with the discipline and obviously with the errors as well.
Yeah. It's something that we always will look at it. So it's a weekly process that we follow every week. So we will have a good look at our discipline in terms of where we conceded, align with World Rugby like we always do. So it's not a new thing if we lose or we win or not. Every week there's good communication and a good channel of communication with them for us to align with what they would like to see and also for us to get better at what we do. So it will that process will stay the same.
And then Jacques, one final one. Jacques, to whom much is given, much is expected. And I'm sure you know South Africa is a rugby-loving nation. I mean, do you have any words for the general public? I get the feeling that rugby fraternity in South Africa is hurting at the moment.
No, sorry. That's all we can say. We can say, yes, we apologize. This is not a performance that I would say is worthy, was worthy enough for a Springbok jersey. So we can just sincerely apologize. We from and everybody from management, coaching staff. This was a very poor performance.
All right. Thanks, Nathan. We might just go Tom for the last one, and then they're just going to switch on to their South African link with local media. You'll be muted. You can still listen in, but this is just the last one here with Tom on this link.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. Actually, I guess one for each of you. But first, Jacques, you know, it's obviously been a couple of years since the Boks have had to play against sort of a high-paced style of game. Is it fair to suggest that perhaps the current, you know, game plan just doesn't suit playing sort of the Wallabies and that sort of frantic pace? Or do you need to do sort of big changes to the style for a game like this? Or is it just a matter of tweaking a few things to sort of, you know, change how the game is going to flow?
Yeah, I think, yes, I can only talk about my department. I think definitely from a defensive viewpoint, we need to change, just do things better, you know. I think the last time we conceded 4 tries was against New Zealand in 2018, or more, 4 more tries. So this is not something that we normally used to. And again, we will have to go and have a good look at it. But I thought our one-on-one defense today was poor. We missed too many tackles, and so again, it's not something that I can put my finger on. So we will have to have a look at that. From an attack point of view, I think we will have to review all our systems and have a look and see, listen, what went wrong, kicking game, defense and attack. Yeah, we will have to, in a very short time, have a very good look at it. Yeah.
Thank you, Jacques. And just for you, Sia, I mean, actually being out there on the field, how are the lungs and how does it feel compared to sort of your games you've played against Argentina and the Lions recently, in terms of, you know, how much running you're actually having to do on the field?
Yeah, it's obviously much faster than the other games, but I think we all about controlling the pace. We want to play at our pace, but I felt they controlled the pace today. I think the mistakes were made. And I wouldn't go as far as saying, let's change the way we plan. If the way we play, I don't think we got it right on the game. You know, the time that we did, we're able to get something out of it. And I thought on attack, the breakdown, they stuffed it up, especially in the wide breakdown. But the whole of the breakdown, they put pressure and they were blasting. And we made a lot of mistakes and we couldn't exit very well. And they kept the lies on those. So I wouldn't go so far and say our plan is not working. We're just not implementing it right. So yeah, we're going to have to watch the game and see what we can be right. And like you said, missing 20 tackles, the one stage I saw, we missed 20 tackles, and that's not in our standards, you know. So we're going to have to be better.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
So they're just going to shift to the other Zoom. We'll be on, you'll just all be muted now. Thanks all. And host broadcaster, we're good to roll off.
Thanks.
Thank you.
But we will take our next round of questions. Younger Kunin, let's start with you.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Jacques. Thank you, Sia. Guys, sorry, apologies. We might repeat quite a bit of stuff because we were kicked out of the Teams meeting and then we couldn't get into the Zoom meeting.